You know, when people say people aren't focused or interested in how much energy costs really, you know, they pretend they are, but they're not. That's evidence that they actually are. You know, loads of people, loads of Octopus customers here at a tech summit, listening to some spectacular people on the stage, talking about truly how to make the world a better place, not just some yap about it. Very, very impressed. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, Mark? It's cool. Yeah, that's Mark wave, yeah, thank you. Nice. That was like a mime act. I like that, Mark, very good. Have you heard of Marcel Marceau? Very good.
I think this is quite a phenomenon because you've got 2,500 people in there who are Octopus customers, most of them.
10 years ago, 5 years ago, you wouldn't even thought about your electricity bill.
No.
Now it's an issue. Energy is an issue for a lot of people, and pollution from energy is an issue as well. So the fact that you've got this many people in this place thinking, talking and wanting, and here's the critical thing, to know more about their energy, how to save it, how to make it less expensive, I think is a big shift in behaviour.
Yeah, no, you're right. And you've been involved in all of this for a long time. Ginny, I'd like to know your thought. You've got a brilliant channel, electrify.com, talking all about electric cars and everything. Can I ask you the question about the long-awaited vehicle-to-grid and bi-directional charging stuff? Are you talking about that yet? Do you see that being a big thing coming?
Yeah, I think what's interesting for me now is I'm talking to the team all the time about there's 2 levels of education needed now. So we've still got a lot of people who are coming into EVs for the first time, and they need to know things like, how do you work out how much range you need? How do you charge an electric car? We know those basic questions are real, but then you've got a second layer now. These are the people probably here today, the customers who are here who, like Quentin said, are thinking about their energy usage, and they do want to know about vehicle to grid. They want to know about charging curves. They want to know how does solar work.
Yeah, it's amazing,
so it's become really complex actually as an advice channel because we're working on 2 different levels.
Yes. Yeah, and Ben, I mean, you talk about this stuff a lot. You know, we heard what the other guys think. What difference do you think this kind of event makes?
I don't know if you saw one of the keynotes, Chris Hadfield.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, amazing. And what did he say? He said that the only thing that we can really truly be in control of is our own decisions. So for me, coming here is about meeting good people who actually want to make a difference, and trying my hardest to implement some of that into my life, as well as advocating for it in other people. So far I've got an EV, so maybe the next step for me is I've been looking at solar panels, and actually it's not as expensive as I thought, and the payoff's a bit quicker than I thought. So maybe like coming to these events, I go from being just an electric vehicle owner to a completely renewable, decentralised, zero bills house.
Yeah, well, 0 bills. How good would that be? So, Matt, what's your sense of it all?
So, in the past week, America has bombed Iran. Oil prices over the next year are going to do this. None of this is reliant on oil. This is genuinely good for the country. The country spends a small fortune on importing oil every year. None of this uses it. This is a very, very good thing.
I was really inspired by something on Redefining Energy podcast. They were talking about having grid connections all around the world between continents, transcontinental power grids like energy arteries that essentially say the sun does shine all day somewhere on the planet. So if you can move energy all around the planet efficiently, effectively, you know, in every way, then ultimately over the next few decades, we only have renewable energy and it's ubiquitous. You know, here comes the sun. George Harrison got it right all along, didn't he? Well, thank you for your time, guys. Sorry to intrude on you. Quite aptly, we are on an electric bus, and I'm here with my friend Jordan. Good to see you, Jordan.
Good to see you.
How do you feel the UK is in terms of its political landscape and investor landscape? How embracing is it of this big ambition of new energy and new mobility?
It's a mixed bag. So I think the innovation in this country is insane. I think we've spearheaded the way for smart tech, for decarbonisation, for decentralisation of energy. I think we are actually leading in all the tech, and other countries are looking at us and our lead. But something's happened, like since the war in Ukraine and the market crash, and there's just been no confidence regained.
You must have an idea why this is. You've chronicled what the dates were. COVID impacted the whole world, and people kind of slowed slowed down, whatever, but then got going.
The technology
again.
went through the roof after COVID. Like, people embraced it, and I thought, oh my God, we've finally broke through the doors where I used to have to bang down the door to sell this type of tech: batteries, EVs, smart charging, smart thermostats, all that, solar panels. I used to have to bang down the doors, and I'd be called an evangelist, I'd be called an eco warrior, I'd be called green, people not interested. Then all of a sudden, the momentum started building, money started coming in, and then the markets crashed with the wars, as things do. But we've just never recovered.
Well,
where the rest of the world seems to be taking it very seriously, and it's just a shame. That my theory as well is just in comparison to the mega movements that is the UAE, America, China, we're just small fry in terms of a little island. And sometimes it's not always the best to be first. You know, we've got the tech, it's then been moved on with more funds. But I think an innovative way would be to link with, look what Octopus are doing, sending the wind turbine to Glastonbury. Like, we've got to get our voices heard.
What's it called? What they call it? Spin Boy.
Fat Boy Spin.
Fat Boy Spin. That's it. I knew you'd say it better than me. Yeah, but no, I do like their humour in all this stuff.
Octopus are a beacon, really, for this industry and for our country, because they seem to be managing to grow through the silence in the UK at the moment, and I'm talking from like a smaller company and a manufacturer in the UK. It's really bloody difficult at the minute. The AI race is very real now, and what I'm thinking is going to get left behind is climate in all of this discussion. So everybody's racing to build as much power as possible to be able to fund this AI new wave, which has been described as the Manhattan Project. In some countries it really is a race, an arms race essentially, and I don't want us to burn the planet in the race to get there. And actually the power in the consumer's home and us as individuals with how we use our power has never been more important than ever, and I don't want us to get forgotten about, and I don't want the power of our homes and our energy usage to be forgotten, how that can support and balance the larger grids to allow this infrastructure to be built for AI, because it's going to be built. I've got to exaggerate the point that it is an unbelievable amount of power for these data centers for AI. Like, that our usage in the home is minuscule in comparison. We've got to really use all of our millions of homes and vehicles and fixed storage systems and fixed heating systems to balance that grid as that power becomes connected onto the grid, and to allow more large-scale renewables onto the grid. The AI movement and the energy world are now totally together, combined, and then you throw the transport world into it as well. It's going to have to all work together. It's this digitally connected world that's got to balance each other.
Well, just to finish, you said people call you all sorts of things from things that you've done. Maybe some things you're very proud about, some things not. You stick your head above the parapet, you get called all sorts. I have a simple philosophy. I don't care what anyone calls me, as long as they don't call me late for my dinner.
I like it. Never late for food.
Exactly. And now back to the studio. Can't talk too loud because I'm on stage about where we are with AI. So some conversation I had with Jordan Brompton, about data centres and AI and what that's going to impact, possibly quite adversely on this energy mix and all of that. But here's the thing, after this, not that I want this to, happen, after this, there's apparently going to be a big announcement, and I've just seen one of my friends over here, Claire Miller, and she told me it's a very important announcement, but she wouldn't say what it was. It's all a bit very intriguing.
Enabled us to announce today what we think is a world first. Alvin, can you come and show us what we were working on?
Please welcome to the stage motorsport legend, Formula One world champion Damon Hill and motoring journalist Quentin Willson.
What's magic in the world we're creating together is so much of the progress is invisible, which means that available this autumn here in the UK, you'll be able to get BYD Dolphin with bi-directional charging for £299 a month, including all your driving. So it's the first ever bundle where you get a car, a charger, and free driving, all for a monthly payment of £299. And I think this is the beginning of an entire revolution. And
well, there you are, pretty spectacular announcement, and I think there's a bit of a rush now, so we might get run over, Mark. But yeah, that's pretty epic. A new way in which, you know, that's how exciting people are. It's called the Stampede. We better go.
Sorry.
Rocking the tartan trousers, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Always good to speak to people with amazing trousers, and that's Callum in this case. Callum, I'd love to know what your reaction was to that announcement.
I'm actually looking to change my car in the next few months.
Right.
And, you know, the big debate has been, do I stick with what I know, petrol, or do I go electric? So, you know, I've had my doubts, and I'm one of those that, while I do understand the technology and all that, I do get lost in, as one of the speakers said, the jargon, the kilowatts, all this. So having that bundle, and as they put it, the charging at home, the way it's all packaged together, does simplify it for someone like myself to go, actually, you know what, it's time to make that step into electric, you know. So yeah, it was something that I took a photo of the screen so I could Google it when I get home, and it would be something I'm seriously looking into, you know, and piqued my interest in a way that I did think, I'll just stick with what I know. I'll stick with petrol, but now I know that there's options out there that can simplify it for me.
Greg, this is music to my ears. I've been in and around this for a little while, and to hear somebody explain their situation as you have just done, and I think you used that key word, bundle. Just like with telecoms, they twigged it years ago, didn't they? You bundle everything together. You bundle mobile, you bundle internet, you bundle, you know, Sky Television, you put the whole thing together. Because then people don't have to worry about, well, what does it mean? What does that package do? What's this bit? If it's just like 299 quid, get an EV, free energy kind of. It's like, hang on a second, that sounds unbelievably easy to understand and cool. Callum, you're the man.
Pleasure, Roger. Thanks
so
very
you'll
much.
soon be both driving an electric vehicle and wearing swanky pants.
Well, someone's got to bring the style.
He's the man. Thank you. Thanks for watching part 1. Part 2 coming soon has more reactions to the Octopus BYD Zaptec announcement, plus I grab a granny, aka Instagram. There's octopuses everywhere.